Hello. In this video, you'll uncover the details behind the scandal involving Khazanah Nasional Berhad. These are the members who contributed to making this video.
Welcome. Today, we're taking a closer look at a cornerstone of Malaysia's economic landscape, Khazanah Nasional Berhad. Established in 1993, Khazanah isn't just another investment firm. It was created with a clear purpose: to hold and manage the commercial assets of the Malaysian government, acting as a strategic investment fund for the nation. Wholly owned by the Minister of Finance, Incorporated, Khazanah operates as Malaysia's sovereign wealth fund. But its role extends beyond that. It strategically invests in key sectors, nurturing government-linked companies, or GLCs, and driving national development initiatives. From infrastructure to technology, Khazanah's investments touch every facet of Malaysian life. In essence, Khazanah Nasional Berhad is a critical engine for growth, ensuring long-term value creation and playing an indispensable role in shaping and strengthening Malaysia's economic future.
Now let's look at who is involved in the Khazanah Nasional Berhad scandal. This scandal centers from the founder of Fashionvalet, Vivi Yusof, and her husband, Datuk Khazanah Shah. Their company received a sum of $47 million from Khazanah Nasional and Permodalan Nasional Berhad, PNB. Vivi Yusof is the co-founder and chief creative officer of Fashionvalet. In 2024, she was charged with criminal breach of trust after being accused of transferring $8 million to an affiliated company without board approval. Next, Datuk Khazanah Shah, CEO of Fashionvalet and husband of Vivi, has also been charged in the same case. Both resigned from the company in November 2024 following negative public reaction. For your information, in 2018, Khazanah invested $30 million into Fashionvalet, and PNB added another $17 million. But by 2023, only $3.1 million was recovered. This raised serious public concerns about the due diligence, risk management, and accountability in managing public funds. Now, let's take a closer look at how this scandal unfolded. Here's a quick look at the chronology of this situation. Let's begin with the first event. Around 2018, Khazanah Nasional invested $27 million to buy a 9% stake in Fashionvalet. At the time, Fashionvalet was a fast-growing local online fashion platform with over 400 brands and 15,000 products. The investment aimed to support Malaysian entrepreneurs in the e-commerce sector. Next, between 2020 and 2022, the company had trouble expanding and maintaining revenue growth. To survive, it shifted focus from multi-brand e-commerce to selling its own brands, Duck and Lilith. The company also tried to cut costs and streamline operations, but still struggled to raise funds in a tough economic climate. Then, in late 2023, Khazanah exited the investment. At that time, a new investor, NXBT Partners, offered to buy shares and inject new capital into the company. Since Fashionvalet urgently needed funds and Khazanah's investment period had ended, they agreed to sell their shares. This move was seen as a responsible exit, allowing the company to continue operating under new leadership. In October 2024, public backlash followed after news broke that Khazanah and PNB sold their shares for only $3.1 million, resulting in significant financial losses. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim ordered an internal audit into Khazanah's decision. Meanwhile, the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, or MACC, launched an investigation into the investment. The Public Accounts Committee, or PAC, also announced it would hold a hearing to examine the losses. In November 2024, a whistleblower reported suspicious investments by a private equity firm allegedly linked to Khazanah. The MACC began analyzing these claims, which involved possible conflicts of interest. Then, in December 2024, Fashionvalet founders Vivi Yusof and Khazanah Shah Anwar were charged with criminal breach of trust. They were accused of misusing $8 million from investor funds. From January to April 2025, the court gave the founders an alternative charge of dishonest misappropriation of the $8 million. The court case is still ongoing with no final decision yet. Meanwhile, the MACC continues investigating the whistleblower's report about the private equity firm. So far, no new public updates have been shared. Now, let's take a closer look at the impact of these events. Impact of the Fashionvalet controversy: firecracker outcomes for individuals involved. Vivi Yusof, co-founder of Fashionvalet, Duck, faced public backlash over alleged misuse of funds. Khazanah Nasional and Maiji Capital faced questions over due diligence in funding a fashion, lifestyle business. Board members and investors criticized for lack of transparency and oversight. Stakeholders affected: taxpayers concerned over use of public funds for non-strategic ventures. Public trust: decline in confidence in GLC investment strategies. SMEs and startups: fear of unfair funding practices favoring high-profile founders. Employees: potential impact on job security due to business downsizing or closure. Consequences: financial: Fashionvalet reportedly ceased operations in 2022, raising loss concerns. Reputational: Khazanah's credibility and Vivi's personal brand both suffered public scrutiny. Lesson learned: key lessons. Focus on merit. GLCs should invest based on strong business fundamentals, not popularity. Ensure transparency. Public funding must be tracked with clear outcomes. Stay independent. Investment decisions should be free from personal or political bias. Reforms, changes noted. Public demand for more stringent GLC investment criteria. Greater scrutiny from media and civil society on government-linked startups. Responsibilities. As future leaders, we must advocate for ethical leadership, transparent governance, and responsible investing, especially when public trust and taxpayer funds are involved. That's everything you need to know about this scandal. I hope you enjoyed and found this video informative. Thank you for your time and attention. See you next time.